The moment I stepped off the plane in Phnom Penh, I was greeted by a wave of sensations that instantly told me I was somewhere entirely new. The air was thick with the scent of jasmine, mingling with the earthy aroma of rain-soaked ground and the irresistible sweetness of street food grilling nearby. The humidity wrapped around me like a warm blanket, and the distant chatter of vendors created a lively soundtrack to my arrival. It was a sensory overload, but in the best possible way, inviting me to dive headfirst into the heart of Cambodia. Tuk-tuks zipped past in a blur of color and sound, their drivers calling out cheerful greetings to newcomers like me. The gentle, flowing sounds of the Khmer language filled the air, a musical current that danced around me, both foreign and fascinating. I couldn't understand the words yet, but the warmth in their tone made me feel welcome, as if the city itself was inviting me to become a part of its story. Above the bustling streets, golden temple spires reached for the sky, glinting in the sunlight and hinting at centuries of history. Monks in saffron robes moved with a serene, purposeful grace, their presence a reminder of the spiritual heart of Cambodia. Children's laughter rang out, echoing between buildings, their games spilling into the streets and adding a joyful energy to the city's rhythm. Phnom Penh was a vibrant tapestry, woven from threads of ancient tradition and modern life. Old temples stood side by side with glassy new buildings, and everywhere I looked, people smiled, genuine open smiles that seemed to bridge any language barrier. Here, smiles were the universal currency, exchanged freely and often. Whenever I looked lost or uncertain, someone would approach with gentle curiosity, offering help without hesitation. A local would point me in the right direction, sometimes even walking with me for a few steps, making sure I felt comfortable and safe. These small acts of kindness made the city feel less intimidating and more like a welcoming community. This wasn't hurried or transactional kindness. It was patient, deeply rooted in a sense of community and connection. People took time for one another, whether it was helping a neighbor or sharing a laugh in the market. There was a sense that everyone belonged, and that newcomers were simply friends waiting to be made. As the sun dipped low over the Mekong River, painting the sky in shades of gold and pink, I found myself at a riverside cafe. The city's daytime energy softened into a gentle hum, and the world seemed to slow down. Locals and travelers alike gathered to watch the sunset, sharing stories and enjoying the peaceful transition from day to night. The chaos of the day faded away, replaced by the distant, haunting notes of a traditional Khmer melody drifting through the evening air. The music seemed to carry the spirit of Cambodia itself, resilient, beautiful, and full of hope. In these quiet moments I realized that Cambodia wasn't just a place on a map, it was a feeling. It was the sensation of being truly alive and present, of soaking in every detail and letting the experience wash over me. Every smile, every sound, every flavor became a part of my own story. I knew, with absolute certainty, that an extraordinary adventure was unfolding before me. The city was alive with possibility, and I was ready to explore every corner, to learn, to grow, and to be changed by what I would discover. The journey had only just begun, but already, Cambodia felt like home, a place where I belonged, and where every day promised something new and unforgettable. Living in Cambodia on just $500 a month was less a challenge and more an art form, a daily exercise in creativity, resourcefulness, and learning to appreciate the essentials. Every dollar had to stretch, but that didn't mean sacrificing comfort or happiness. Instead, it meant finding new ways to thrive and discovering what truly mattered. My apartment, tucked just outside the busy tourist hub, cost $150 a month. It was simple, safe, and most importantly, it was mine, a cozy space with a small balcony where I could watch the city wake up each morning. The lack of luxury made it feel even more personal and peaceful. By embracing the vibrant local markets, my daily food expenses rarely exceeded $5. I'd start my mornings with steaming bowls of noodle soup, surrounded by the chatter of locals and the aroma of fresh herbs. For lunch, I'd savor grilled pork with rice, a staple that was both filling and flavorful, bought from friendly street vendors who quickly became familiar faces. Dinners were a mix of fresh market finds, crisp vegetables, tropical fruits, and sometimes a homemade stir-fry, all enjoyed in the comfort of my apartment. Getting around was both affordable and immersive. Tuk-tuks zipped me through the city's lively streets, while a simple bicycle let me explore hidden corners and ancient temples at my own pace. With rent, food, and transport covered for about $300, the remaining budget went to essentials: phone top-ups, laundry, the occasional treat, and short trips to nearby villages or countryside. adding adventure without breaking the bank. I swapped fancy coffees for sweet, iced Cambodian brews from street stalls. Refreshing, affordable, and a perfect way to beat the heat while mingling with locals. By prioritizing local experiences over expensive tourist attractions, I learned the difference between wants and needs. Wandering through street markets, sharing meals with locals, and skipping the usual tourist traps made every day feel authentic and meaningful. Life became simpler, more intentional. With fewer possessions and distractions, I found time to reflect, journal, and truly appreciate the present moment. This wasn't deprivation, it was discovery. Every new taste, every friendly conversation, and every quiet evening in my apartment felt like a small victory. I found joy in small comforts and authentic connections, sharing laughter at street food stalls, joining local families for dinner, and making friends from all walks of life. My needs were fewer than I'd ever imagined. Letting go of excess made room for gratitude and contentment. Cambodia taught me how little it takes to feel truly rich. Sometimes, the simplest life is the most rewarding. The heart of Cambodia beats strongest in its women and families. I met Srey, who sold coconuts by the roadside, her days devoted to her children's future. Family here is a sprawling web of support, 3 generations under one roof, sharing laughter, work, and meals. In markets, women manage trade, finances, and tradition, keeping communities thriving. I watched a young woman learn weaving from her mother, proud to carry on her heritage. These women are entrepreneurs, caregivers, and cultural guardians. Even a simple bracelet bought from a child spoke of hope and protection. Every encounter revealed a society built on interdependence and love. These moments, shared smiles, brief conversations, were the true treasures of my journey. They taught me more than any guidebook ever could. The universal language of kindness and family is Cambodia's greatest gift. Cambodia's beauty goes far beyond the ancient stones of Angkor Wat. While the temples are awe-inspiring, the true magic of this country lies in its landscapes, which stretch out in every direction, vibrant and alive with color and life. I drifted down the gentle Sangkur River, where floating villages seem to rise and fall with the water's flow. Here, daily life unfolds on the water. Children paddle to school, fishermen cast their nets, and families gather on wooden porches, all moving to the timeless rhythm of the river. The countryside, especially during the lush rainy season, was a vision of endless green. Rice paddies shimmered as they mirrored the sky, water buffalo wallowed contentedly in the flooded fields, and farmers, hats shading their faces, tended to their crops with quiet dedication. The air was thick with the scent of earth and growing things. Along the coast, islands like Koh Rong felt like hidden gems. Here, white sand beaches met crystal-clear turquoise waters, and days slipped by slowly in hammocks strung between palm trees. The only sounds were the gentle waves and the distant laughter of travelers, far removed from the world's noise and rush. Even in Cambodia's bustling cities, nature found its place. The mighty Mekong and Tonle Sap rivers met in Phnom Penh, their waters shaping the city's life. The royal palace gardens offered a tranquil escape, where flowers bloomed and birds sang, reminding me that nature and urban life could exist side by side. Each landscape, whether grand or humble, was a vivid reminder of Cambodia's incredible diversity. From misty mountains to winding rivers and endless fields, every scene told its own story. These moments of natural wonder offered a perfect balance to my cultural explorations, grounding me and inviting me to pause, breathe, and simply take it all in. In these quiet places, I found a deep sense of peace and a stronger connection to the land and its people. Watching the sunrise over the countryside, I felt a calm that stayed with me long after I left. Cambodia's wild, untamed beauty is as captivating and unforgettable as its ancient history. The jungles, rivers, and forests are alive with mystery and wonder, waiting to be explored. This is a country that gently invites you to slow down, to savor each moment, and to simply be present in its tranquil embrace. To understand Cambodia, you have to taste it. The markets are alive with the aromas of lemongrass, prahok, ripe mangoes, and grilling meat. The best food is simple: fish amok, a creamy curry steamed in banana leaf, or sweet nam krok coconut pancakes. Street snacks like grilled skewers and even fried crickets are part of daily life. Markets are more than food stalls, They're community hubs where families gather and women haggle over vegetables. Sharing a meal, even from a street cart, is an act of fellowship. Food here is about connection and tradition. Through these culinary adventures, I felt closest to Cambodia's communal heart. Every bite told a story of resilience and joy. The markets fed both body and soul. Cambodia's true spirit often hides off the beaten path. At Banteay Chamar, I wandered alone through ancient vine-choked temples, surrounded by silence and birdsong. In a village near Kampot, salt farmers harvested fields as their ancestors had, proud of their fading traditions. I met a teacher running a school under his house, using his savings to educate village children. These quiet places revealed resilience and community, far from tourist crowds. In Battambang, young artists filled small galleries with vibrant, thought-provoking work, reimagining Cambodia's future. Away from the main sites, I saw both beauty and hardship, families facing poverty with grace. These hidden corners offered a deeper, more nuanced understanding of Cambodia. The country's soul is found in its quiet moments and unsung heroes. Here, Cambodia's story is still being written. Cambodian culture is a tapestry woven from ancient traditions, Buddhism, and deep respect for family. Theravada Buddhism shapes daily life, from monks collecting alms to spirit houses outside every home. The Sampia greeting, palms together, head bowed, embodies humility and reverence. I witnessed a traditional wedding, rich with ritual and community celebration. Ancient arts like Apsara dancing, once nearly lost, are now acts of cultural revival. These traditions provide meaning and resilience, connecting generations. Cambodia's painful history lingers, but its people hold tightly to their identity. The revival of arts is a testament to their spirit. Culture here is not static. It's alive, evolving, and fiercely protected. This determination to preserve heritage is Cambodia's greatest strength. Cambodia's beauty is matched by its challenges. The gap between wealth and poverty is visible. Luxury cars pass street vendors struggling to get by. The legacy of the Khmer Rouge lingers in subtle ways, in missing elders and quiet resilience. Yet, the people look forward, defined by hope, not tragedy. Daily life brings its own hurdles. Basic infrastructure, frequent power cuts, chaotic roads. Adapting to these realities taught me patience and gratitude. Despite hardships, optimism shines, especially among the youth. Cambodia's young generation is ambitious, eager to learn, and ready to shape the future. They embrace technology, start businesses, and dream big. The country's greatest asset is its people and their unwavering belief in tomorrow. Here, hope is as abundant as the sunrise. My time in Cambodia has been a lesson in resilience, joy, and the richness of simplicity. This journey isn't just mine, it's an invitation to you. Travel is most powerful when shared, turning stories into conversations. If Cambodia has sparked your curiosity, join me, subscribe, comment, and become part of this adventure. Together, we'll explore more hidden corners, taste new foods, and meet incredible people. Let's celebrate Cambodia's beauty and learn from its wisdom. The next chapter is waiting, and I'd be honored if you helped write it. The journey has only just begun.